of personal blogs. After discussing personal blogs, we will focus our attention in professional blogs, which are very helpful to you in your future career. Blogs can be posted by a company or employers of the firm. So, as students of commerce, you are going to work in the world of business in a company, and you have to write such a type of the blogs. These blogs are the parts of the employment or company. Such blogs are called प्रोफेशनल ब्लॉग्स. प्रोफेशनलचा अर्थ काय? व्यावसायिक. पर्सनल म्हणजे काय? वैयक्तिक. तर दोन्ही ब्लॉगमध्ये फरक आहे. पर्सनल ब्लॉग्स हे स्वतःचे तुमचे इमोशन्स फिलिंग्स एक्सप्रेस करतात, परंतु प्रोफेशनल ब्लॉग्स हे कसे असतात? फॉर्मल. अगेन इनफॉर्मल अँड फॉर्मल. सो प्रोफेशनल ब्लॉग्स आर फॉर्मल. Creates an interaction between bloggers and readers, establishing social relations. It is less personal and more goal oriented. हे बघा, प्रोफेशनल ब्लॉग्स पर्सनल असत नाहीत. इथं तुमच्या व्यवसायाचा संबंध आलेला आहे. The professional blogs, unlike personal blogs, are content oriented. कंटेंटचा अर्थ मजकूर. तुम्ही जे काही लिहिता त्याला काय म्हटलं जातं? कंटेंट. The content to be shared is informative, data-based, creating a kind of connection with the readers. Professional blog posts include प्रोफेशनल ब्लॉगचे जे काही फॉर्मॅट आहे ते कशा प्रकारे आहे बघा. प्रोफेशनल ब्लॉग पोस्ट include first of all headline, categories, publication on blogging, etc. The subject matter varies from advertisements to reviews. So, professional blogs are formal and the subject matters they vary from advertisements to reviews. म्हणजे सब्जेक्ट मॅटर काय असू शकतो? तुमचा हेतू ॲडव्हर्टाइजमेंट असू शकेल. एखाद्या गोष्टीचा तुम्ही रिव्ह्यू देत आहात. रिव्ह्यू म्हणजे स्वतःचं मत व्यक्त करत आहात. कन्क्लुडिंग recommendations, opinions, etc. The personal pronouns like you, we are used for the company. म्हणजे कंपनीच्या वतीनं पर्सनल प्रोनाउन कोणते वापरलेले आहेत? यू, वी. हिअर इज एक्झाम्पल ऑफ प्रोफेशनल ब्लॉग. तर प्रोफेशनल ब्लॉगचं एक उदाहरण इथं दिलेलं आहे आणि त्याचं सब्जेक्ट काय आहे बघा. एन्क्वायरी बेस्ड लर्निंग फॉर कॉलेज स्टुडंट्स. आता ह्या विषयावर ब्लॉग रायटरनं आपलं मत व्यक्त केलेलं आहे. ब्लॉगचा सब्जेक्ट काय सांगा? हा प्रोफेशनल ब्लॉग आहे. एन्क्वायरी बेस्ड लर्निंग फॉर कॉलेज स्टुडंट्स. एक शिकवण्याची किंवा शिकण्याची पद्धत आहे. व्हॉट इज ए स्टुडंट सेंट्रिक अप्रोच इन टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रोसेस? वन ऑफ द वेज इज एन्क्वायरी बेस्ड लर्निंग. आता एन्क्वायरी बेस्ड लर्निंग मीन्स व्हॉट? It is an approach that emphasizes students' role. While teaching learning process, students' role is very important. Role in the learning process. Rather than the teacher teaching the students what they need to know, students are encouraged to explore the material. Students should explore the material. You are living in the world of internet and exploration is possible. You should ask the questions, share ideas according to their need. So on your part, you must be active. Students should be active, okay? It includes when you will become active with the help of discussion. It includes small group discussion, and in group discussion, each and every student has to express his opinions and feelings. and that will be very helpful to get the knowledge on the part of particularly students. Guided learning, multitask tasking programs, projects, etc. The main goal of the inquiry based learning is the desire to increase students' engagement. Students should not be passive while learning. In our traditional teaching learning process, teacher is speaking, teacher is talking, working and doing all that things, and students are only sitting and listening. They are passive, particularly receiver. They don't take part in discussion, they don't ask questions. So this is one-sided teaching. But it should be student centering, and that's why these particularly uh, formats are given: small group discussion, guided learning, multitasking programs, projects, seminars. And the main goal of this particular learning is desire to increase students' engagement. There are some pros and some cons. Advantages of inquiry based learning. आता त्याचे काय काय फायदे असू शकतात बघा. एक, ग्रेटर इंटरेस्ट ऑन द पार्ट ऑफ द स्टुडंट्स. Student should be interested, he should be active to get knowledge. Okay, students are motivated to find solution to problems. Instead of asking teachers, you should try to find solutions to your problem, and if they are not solved, you should take help of your teacher. But before going to teacher, you have to do on your own. As students work in groups, it helps to enhance uh, team spirit. So you are working in a group, which enhances to work in a group, in a team. So teamwork is here uh, cultivated. This type of learning leads a greater long-term knowledge. So these are the certain advantages of inquiry-based learning. There are certain disadvantages also. No benchmarking for testing. It prevents teachers to prepare teaching plan properly. So these are the two disadvantages, which talks about no benchmarking for testing is not done. What this particular blog writer says, that what are the disadvantages? There are two disadvantages of of inquiry based learning. So the blog writer has discussed, or he has conveyed his opinions about inquiry based learning for college students. This is the subject line, this is the subject matter. On this subject matter, the views that are published or expressed are here of a person who wants to talk about that particular subject. These are his opinions. Okay, professional blogs. Here is another example of professional blog post: habits of successful students. So subject line is habits of successful students. When it comes to having a successful college experience, the path of every student will be different. What works well for one student may not work for another, but by following a few basic core principles, you can set yourself. There are punctuality in study, problem solving skill, curiosity, social awareness, research aptitude, patience, teamwork, teamwork spirit, polite nature, and readability, etc. So these are the habits of successful students. Which are the points that are focused here? When it comes to having a successful college experience, the path of every student will be different. So there is a difference between student to student. One student is not just like another student. So what works well for one student may not work for another. But by following a few basic core principles, you can set yourself. हे बघा, एक व्यक्ती दुसऱ्या व्यक्तीसारखी असू शकत नाही, परंतु काहीतरी एक बेसिक सगळ्यांच्या मध्ये कॉमन आहे, जे तुम्ही फॉलो केलं तर तुम्ही काय होऊ शकता, सक्सेसफुल होऊ शकता. हॅबिट्स ऑफ सक्सेसफुल स्टुडंट्स. कोणत्या कोणत्या गोष्टींना प्राधान्य दिलेलं आहे? फर्स्ट वन इज अ पंक्च्युअलिटी. पंक्च्युअलिटी मीन्स व्हॉट? यू शुड कीप इन माइंड इम्पॉर्टन्स ऑफ टाइम. तुम्ही वेळेला महत्त्व दिलं पाहिजे. पंक्च्युअलिटी म्हणजे वेळच्या वेळी काम करणे, वेळच्या वेळी अभ्यास करणे. पंक्च्युअलिटी इन स्टडी, म्हणजे तुमचा अभ्यास हा नियमित असला पाहिजे. प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्विंग स्किल. तुमच्याकडं कुठलाही प्रॉब्लेम तुमचा अभ्यासातला असेल तर तो कसा सॉल्व्ह करायचा हे स्किल असलं पाहिजे. त्यासाठीची क्युरियासिटी असली पाहिजे. क्युरियासिटी म्हणजे चौकस बुद्धी. तुम्हाला शोधता आलं पाहिजे हे का नाही. सोशल अवेअरनेस, समाजाचं भान असलं पाहिजे. रिसर्च ॲप्टिट्यूड, संशोधनाची ॲप्टिट्यूड तुमच्याकडे पाहिजे. पेशन्स, सहनशीलता पाहिजे. टीमवर्क, टीममध्ये काम करता आलं पाहिजे. एकमेकांशी तुम्ही संभाषण करून एकमेकांशी आपले रिलेशन चांगले ठेवून काम करता आलं पाहिजे. पोलाइट नेचर, तुमचं सभ्य असं नेचर पाहिजे. रीडॅबिलिटी. दीज आर दी सर्टन कॉमन पॉइंट्स दॅट आर युजफुल फॉर सक्सेसफुल टू बिकम ए सक्सेसफुल स्टुडंट. ओके, हॅबिट्स ऑफ सक्सेसफुल स्टुडंट्स. आता हा जो विचार आहे तो कोणत्या पॉइंटवरचा आहे? हॅबिट्स ऑफ सक्सेसफुल स्टुडंट्स. आणि ह्यावर जे मत व्यक्त केलेलं आहे, कदाचित हे प्रोफेशनल व्यक्ती असतील शिक्षण क्षेत्रातल्या, आणि त्याने आपलं मत इथं प्रकट केलेलं आहे. प्रोफेशनल ब्लॉग्स कॅन बी क्रिएटेड अँड रिटन ऑन व्हरायटी ऑफ टॉपिक्स इन्क्लुडिंग कॉलेज लाईफ, various activities, library, syllabus, fashion, etc. In addition to it, you can post professional blogs on environmental issues, professional blogs can be created and written on a variety of topics including college life, various activities, libraries, syllabus, fashion, etc. In addition to it, you can post professional blogs on environmental issues, current affairs and celebrations, etc. In this way, you can write professional blogs. So there are two types of the blogs, personal blogs and professional blogs. And in your textbook, examples are given. Two examples of personal blogs are discussed here, and two examples of professional blogs are discussed. So you should read it. Focus your attention on the language that is used. Difference between formal language and informal language. You should notice difference between these type of the language used for professional blogs and personal blogs. After that, you have to solve task number 2. Task number 2 is focusing on this whole chapter, e-communication. Task number 2, question number 1, create an email discussion group of your class. तुम्हाला त्यांनी ईमेल डिस्कशन ग्रुप तयार करायला सांगितलेला आहे तुमच्या क्लासचा, बीकॉम पार्ट 2. create an email discussion group. अशा प्रकारचा ग्रुप स्थापन करून तुम्ही चर्चा करू शकता. Write an email to your friend living abroad regarding developing email pal. आपण ईमेल पाल कसं डेव्हलप करायचं हे मागच्या लेक्चरमध्ये बघितलेलं आहे. तुम्ही इथं राईट अँड ईमेल, तुम्ही ईमेल लिहून तुमच्या फ्रेंडच्या बरोबर कशा बाबतीत तुम्ही संबंध डेव्हलप करणार आहात. डेव्हलपिंग ईमेल पाल. Write a mail to your e-pal describing the various activities organized in your college. Suppose you won state level essay competition, write a personal blog about it. Imagine the necessary details. So you have to write a blog. Imagine that you won a state level essay competition and write a personal blog. How you can express your happiness, your emotions and feelings, what type of your experiences after winning the state level essay competition. You have to write a personal blog. Suppose you participated in NSS residential camp for 10 days, write a personal blog describing your experience there. 10 दिवसाच्या NSS कॅम्पचा अनुभव तुम्ही कशावर शेअर करायचा आहे. पर्सनल ब्लॉगवर. As a librarian of the college library, write a professional blog. तुम्ही लायब्ररीन आहात कॉलेजचे असं इमॅजिन करा. Explaining to the students the importance of college library. Imagine the necessary details. So in the question number 6 you will talk about importance of reading. Library is a very important asset of knowledge, and you have to use your college library. So after finishing your task 2, here are certain questions given for exercise also. Write an email to your friend requesting him to join you for one day picnic. Write an email to hotel requesting a book. आता 1 नंबरचा ईमेल आहे तो पर्सनल इनफॉर्मल ईमेल आहे. 2 नंबरचा ईमेल आहे तो फॉर्मल ईमेल आहे. Hotel requesting to book 2 rooms for 2 days. Write a blog post about your participation in youth festival. हा पर्सनल ब्लॉग आहे. Suppose you are employee of a car company. Write a professional blog. एक्सरसाइज मधले पहिले 2 प्रश्न हे रायटिंग ईमेलवर आहेत आणि उरलेले 2 प्रश्न हे रायटिंग ब्लॉग्सवर आहेत. In this way we have finished this particular chapter. You should solve all these task questions and exercise questions given under the exercise. That will be helpful for you in your exam also and in your future career also. Do not study only for exams. Study for your future, study for your knowledge. And this is the last year that you are studying English as a compulsory. In 3rd year you don't have compulsory English. So in this year you have to develop the skills of the language, that is listening, reading, speaking, reading and writing, and then you will get confidence. English is the world's simplest language. Okay, if you try it then you will get success. So practice is very important. And first of all, listening is very important. Listen news, listen lectures, English lectures. Okay, and you have internet, you have lot of ways to listening. After listening, try to speak, and then reading and writing on your own. These are the certain important instructions for you to learn English. Okay, thank you very much.